This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
No glove, no love, they say. And without Jeremy McGovern playing for the West Coast Eagles at the moment, they're unable to get over the line, Nelly.
The glove start.
Oh,
Good take the glove.
That's
Sort of
it.
that.
That's your intro, is it? That's right. That's what you're launching into this with.
Oh,
Hi,
Gov, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh,
Gov.
it's a great weekend for the West Coast Eagles. Didn't have to play.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, Shaun.
No loss.
Don't
no
do
loss.
us like that.
You will be undefeated this weekend.
Yes.
That's great news.
We will be recouping for the back end of the year this weekend. And the boys they've had just today come up for a 4-day break. So, it's been good. For
Oscar
everyone just
Allen,
to-
though, Devo fan.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's headed
Yeah.
for knee surgery, yeah?
Yeah, I
Patella.
think so. So, it sucks, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah, it really sucks. Obviously, personally for Aussie, and then
Yeah.
obviously for us as a team and a club. So, but unfortunately, that's
Yeah,
footy.
it's
That's
footy.
the nature of it.
I know.
And, we're just gonna have to try and find a way to replace him, not just on the field, but with his leadership
Yeah.
and everything he brings for
Well,
us.
luckily, Tom McCarthy can do everything, as it turns out.
Yeah, far out.
What a debut.
I know, it was unbelievable watching. Good on him. It's it would be a massive whirlwind for
Yeah.
him. I don't know, like a week ago,
Yeah.
or 2 weeks ago now. But he played amazing and looks to be a player. And he's only played the one game, but looks really sharp and wasn't too flustered by
He wasn't
by the big
phased at
stage.
all,
No.
was he? No.
Yeah, he was. I called the game with Mark Lacroix, and one thing that stuck in my mind, what Mark said, is that you can see that he hasn't been overcoached. And I forgot about that when you first come into the game, and I reckon, Gov, you've been able to hold this back a fair bit in the way you play, is that you play with freedom because you're young.
Yes.
And as time goes by,
You're not
the coaches
overthinking.
wear you down.
Yes.
This is the structure. This is how you need to do this. And then you forget the freedom of playing footy sometimes. And he looked like that person on the weekend.
Yeah, he did. He looked like he had so much composure with the ball, which I haven't really seen a lot from like first
From really
gamers.
young
Really,
players,
like that's
yeah.
that's the time where you can probably get away with slamming on the boot or making some poor decisions. But he looked like he had plenty of time with the ball in his hand. So and he played freely. And the challenge for everyone is to keep playing as free as possible, like you said, Shawnee. And you listen to your coaches, but sometimes you need to listen but not listen, if that makes sense, just so you can keep playing in that way of playing free and taking what's there,
Yeah,
rather
sort of
than
unshackled, isn't it?
rather than making a decision before you've got the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Overthinking it.
Yeah, a little
before you
bit.
get it, yeah.
Everyone's a culprit of it at some stage, but
Of course.
yeah, it's exciting to see.
That's why having Indigenous players in our game is so refreshing, because they play. No, everyone has to play on a structure, but they play with this freedom that you can't teach.
No, that's
And
right.
it's just inbuilt.
It's tough
and
to
probably
replicate.
just kicking the ball around, constantly around the
it's instinct.
streets, and it's instinct. Just dribble this along the ground. I might kick it over my head. I might handball.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is amazing, and like you said, the coaches sometimes will look at it and that looks a bit unorthodox. but
Yes, or undisciplined.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite
But it's
of
way
going,
more
I
fun.
don't care how it got there or what happened just then, but that was great. So just keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
More of the same. I just want to go back to Oscar Allen, just throw him a two-bob in there. He's had difficult time in the last couple of seasons with injury.
It's been rough.
And, of course, the mental health challenges, which he spoke about only a few weeks ago, and that everyone just went, hats off. What a great leader.
Yeah, that's
because
right.
He's been getting kicked to the curb.
Absolutely.
And whether or not he should have caught up with Sam Mitchell in wherever they caught up and everyone knew about it, that's everybody else to make their own decision, but it's his life. He can do what he wants.
Yeah.
I just wish him the best from here on in, and the suggestions that he won't play for the Eagles again, and most people are suggesting he'll find his way over on the East Coast. Whatever he does decide, if his body can hold up, I'm hoping it can, he's
a
a
terrific
very,
player.
very talented player. And I'd like to see him reach the heights that he probably deserves to, and have less stress on him when he's out there playing.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm hoping he's with us first and foremost. But it's a funny one with Oz because he just needs more opportunity. He needs a good run of no injuries,
of health,
which is very is much the same for a lot of our players, senior boys anyway. So he's a first class. He's our captain, and he's an amazing bloke. And hopefully he gets his body right, and then he can just start stringing some footy together. And it's been extremely tough first half of the year for him. So hopefully now
brutal.
with this surgery, he can get his knee right and sit back and take a big deep breath and get ready for next year.
Hey, it was interesting to see the coach was wild at quarter time. We got a lot of play. after the loss to Carlton, but particularly the quarter time.
First quarter was pretty dire.
He was filthy.
Yeah, well, mate, rightly so, I reckon. If there's things you can get frustrated at, I think, as a coach, and I think if you're around the contest and the ball, it's probably something you can control a little bit. And if that's off, that's sort of where the game starts. So I actually like seeing Minnie get a bit fired up. It was good. And to the boys' credit, after that first quarter, we arm wrestled things back a little bit.
Absolutely.
We played better, but the game was too far gone on that stage.
Where are you at, Gov? Because we got to spoke. We spoke to you last week, and you're over in Melbourne, hanging out with the doctors, just doing a one-on-one.
Yeah. No, I was just going. I love Melbourne, so I just went over there and.
You love it so much. Hey, we haven't forgotten the time you had to drive back from there. You were that desperate to get out of it.
Shout out to Frank.
That was good fun. Yeah, big Frank from Paywise.
Fixed you up with a car.
Go get your lease from there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm hoping in the next day or two we'll find out have a bit more clarity on exactly what's going on. But it's been a bit of a long process. So hopefully we have some clarity very, very soon.
How do you feel though? Like you within yourself. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, for sure. I've obviously got a fair bit of stuff I need to work through with it, but all in all, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Maddie happy with you?
It depends what day it is.
Are you using sort of, the concussion protocols to get out of doing work around the house? And Maddie's like, mow the lawn. You're like, I can't concussion.
No, see, I'm the opposite. I can't be in the house, so I've got to go out and mow the lawn. You mowed it this morning. That's how quick it grows. I need to go out there and mow it again.
How much rain there is?
I'm doing the neighbour's house.
Gov, watching the boys play at the moment must be frustrating for you. You'd love to be out there helping the likes of Sandy Brock and Harry Edwards fine-tune their craft. Obviously, Ruben's been doing a really good job on some of the key tools as well.
He has been good.
Yeah, mate, I'd obviously love to be out there for sure, and one, helping them, but two, obviously playing. But those boys are still young. Like they've still got a fair bit of learning and adapting to do. And you can see Rubes is learning each week. Sandy Brock, same thing, and same with Harry Edwards. So as much as I'm not out there, it's good to see them slowly growing.
Yeah.
And if we can try to keep that ball up the other end a little bit for them, it'll make things a little bit easier.
Yes.
But they're all great young lads.
It's been a baptism of fire, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've been thrown in the deep end for sure. But they're holding up pretty well, and they just need time. Especially the keys, just need a little bit longer than most. I think everyone sort of forgets that sometimes. Like it took me probably longer than most all up, but it took me 4 or 5 years before I even got an opportunity. So they'll come into their own.
I see you wearing the free merch from Tommy Barris's podcast.
Yeah. It wasn't free, actually.
He made you pay?
Yeah, and he doubled the price. You wouldn't believe it. No, he didn't.
Past the Orcs.
Yeah, I got past the Orcs hoodie on. I'll represent my boy. It's the only time I wear purple, Shawnee.
You did it as a kid, mate.
Yeah, no, I was forced. Mate. I had no choice.
Oh, mate, I was in the Carlton rooms last weekend. I didn't get to catch up with your mum and dad, but Mitch played a super game last weekend.
He did actually play well.
He looks good.
Mongrel.
Yeah, he's up forward. Nice to get up forward, Mitch. But yeah, no, he's playing some good footy at the moment, and so is Carlton. So good luck to him, I guess, in a way. I'm half barracking for him, but
not really.
But not really. Yeah.
Love your work, Gov.
Yeah, good luck with whatever happens in the short term, Gov, with you, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you out there.
Yeah,
thanks,
good man.
guys.
Thanks, Gov.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Last night, the footy came to town, Thursday night footy. Really difficult time here in Perth because everybody's finishing work. It's school night.
Yeah.
And I know it's only one day off the Friday, but it's a deal.
Can I make a complaint?
Yes.
Because when there are night games in Melbourne, they start at 7:30. 7:30. So it's easy to get home from work, organise yourself, and then go out and make a night of it, which is not great for you, but for the broader population, you're not battling the peak hour traffic to get to the game. Whereas, what time did it start? 6:10 or something?
6:10, yeah.
It's too early. Like, if people finish work at 5:30, how are they supposed to get home and get to the game?
Yeah, well, the way the buses and stuff run here, because everyone's trying to get home, as you said.
Yeah, that's right. So they don't run the stadium special buses, so you've got to use alternative transport to how you would normally get to the stadium, if you're me.
I totally agree. 38,000, roughly 38,000 people there. And against Essendon, if it was on a Saturday night or a Saturday game, they would get 45.
Yeah,
And that's a
yeah.
big deal. It's
Yeah.
a big deal in terms of making money for the coffers. And here's the worst part about it. And this is why, the AFL have made changes because Laura Kane was doing a job that she couldn't keep up with.
Yeah, she was doing essentially two jobs rolled into one. Yeah,
and she wasn't doing it
So
well.
they've split
and
those
no one
roles.
said that, but that's the reason why they've put some other people in place. Essendon and Fremantle both coming off 5-day
breaks.
turnarounds. And both those clubs aren't playing until later next week.
Yeah.
So Fremantle aren't playing until next Sunday.
Yeah,
So why in the world
have it on
did
a
they have to
Thursday
play on a
night.
Thursday night? It
Yeah.
just makes absolutely zero sense.
How'd the
players-
ground hold up? Sorry, because
Actually
there's
good.
been a lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
So there's been 3 AFL games now in 5 days,
Yep.
plus the State of Origin. It was all right.
NRL again this weekend. So,
Yeah.
the surface looked really
Amazing.
good. Actually, it held up well. There was a lack of atmosphere at the start because I think coming from the State of Origin,
Yeah.
people were just there because they felt like they had to be there to support their team and or the Essendon Football Club if you were that way inclined. And it just didn't have the vibe it would normally have.
Sure. And I think
Being on a
part
school
of
night.
that is that, maybe not everybody was there yet at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The Dockers came away with a really good win, and they'll be happy with that. The reason why it's a good win because it's a win, and you move on. 41 points is the differential there.
Yeah.
And they move
That's
to
a
6
good,
on the ladder.
solid win.
Yeah, next week is the good one, though. They get to play Ross the Bosses in town, St Kilda, which
We
is...
remember what happened last time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got
Yeah.
a point to prove.
Yeah, you do.
Luke Jackson was amazing last night, and hasn't he been so good this year?
Is he staying?
Yes. They are not letting him out of his contract. Moving on to other sports right now. And so Rafa Nadal has been given the noble title of Marquis by Spain's king for his contribution to tennis.
Amazing.
Marquee.
Yes. So in Spain, they have a number of different noble titles now.
So it's a bit like Sir David Beckham.
Yeah.
So it's essentially their version of that.
Yeah.
The King's Honours. Yeah.
They have a number of titles. It's number 3 in the list of.
Geez, what do you have to do to
Yeah.
get the top one?
Well, you've got to be a prince or princess,
Like royal
So
blood.
there's the king, right? The king,
Yeah,
queen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's the prince and princess, and then there's the Dutch and duchess, and then there's the marquis.
How do you know so much about this?
The Duke and
Who doesn't,
Duchess.
then?
So essentially, it's the highest thing you can get if you're not royal.
Royal blood, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is pretty impressive.
And here's the other part to it. I didn't know this. You can pass that down to your family.
No.
And I think
yeah,
it's
it's
I think it is.
inherited.
Though, yeah, you can pass it down to your son. I'm not sure if that can go to
A
the rest
daughter.
of your daughter. And I don't know what you get out of it. Because back in the day, I was
Discount?
reading about this. Back in the day, because you had a royal title of sorts, you didn't have to pay taxes
Yeah. And you might get land as well.
and you get land.
But I doubt I don't think he needs that. I think it's more just ceremonial,
Yeah.
like an honour.
And when you
Which is
sign your
great.
name, you just put Marquee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite
Nadal,
impressive.
brackets, Marquee.
Sir David Beckham, so he's been knighted.
Yep.
And you go, that's pretty funny. He just seems young to be a sir. Do you know what I mean?
doesn't he?
Like everybody else, all the other sirs seem to be in their 70s and 80s, but he's
Yeah.
and Dame Posh. That's funny.
Dame Posh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So she becomes, because she's married to a sir, her title is Dame Victoria Beckham.
That is amazing. Fantastic news.
I know.
Anyway, that's what's happened over in Spain, Ross. Anything
you
else
go.
you want to know from there?
That's a great sport update. I could get involved in that. Spanish royalty stuff.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.